Da na 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 me. We try to avoid royalties and gonna get my raise on my side. Hi, Michael, it's Scottish Boy. Doug's here. It's trivia night. I'm screaming like I'm Michael.
Yeah.
And I've just realized that. But you have on the bandana and look way more like Michael. I have to dial it back. Mr. Shroot is much more controlled. I need to go check on my beats. Hello, Douglas. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drink and Think Trivia. It is the Office theme night, and we have brought you 48 questions of nothing but delightful, delicate deliciousness of Office trivia. Over to my left, right, and/or above me, wherever he is on your screen. He is above, technically.
Above, yeah.
Is the one, the only, the beautiful suited man in his orange tie, looking like he's almost paying homage to UVA. Hashtag Hokies for Who's.
Let's actually have a blue clip.
I know.
Well.
It's beautiful. In his bandana, rocking Thug Doug, the big sexy man himself. That is the Douglas, my partner in life, Warford. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight, Lucas?
I am absolutely fantastic. I have never felt more prepared for trivia in my unshaven life.
I feel like overly professional for what we do on Thursdays.
I actually felt like we were going to a Zoom meeting where I was gonna apply for a job and I had the top button actually buttoned, and I was like, no, it's dumb.
Yeah, now that you say that, I realize I really don't care. Obviously
exactly
the ensemble I care about, but I can definitely, because I buttoned top button for the first time since I don't know, a wedding or something, and I was like, this feels just awkward because normally I'm in a polo and jeans, but
yeah, I know. I usually have on pajama pants. It makes me sad, or a jersey. But yeah, I do enjoy the outfit. It's excellent. I have on suit pants. That was a mistake. They may disappear. Who knows?
Jeans were. I'm still thinking jeans might be. I should have gone with basketball shorts. I don't know.
Who knows what happens at halftime?
I 100% think that Michael Scott would wear gym shorts.
Oh Lord, yeah. He would wear his basketball shorts so that he could then go play some b-ball in the streets with his homies.
He'd be doing squats in his I feel like if Dunder Mifflin had been around for COVID, he would have been like, all right, guys, we need to work out to pump it up. And he would stand up and be in short shorts and start squatting in his living room while he's on Zoom.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
So, as you all might have figured out, we are doing Office theme night tonight. We might have some new players tonight. If you are new and you want to play along, if you look at our Twitch stream, or not stream, or message, whatever, you can click on the play.shrivnow.com to play in your browser. When you get into search, top right is the code that you are searching for, R4KB. That is our code for tonight. Or if you have the app already on your phone, just scan that QR code. It'll take you right there. If you want to play as a team, you can create a team and then give that code to the people you don't play with. So
plain, simple, easy.
Yeah. We only have a couple rules here as well. Other trivia companies have 19 gajillion rules about when, where, how, and why, but we only have 3. Sarge, do you know what rule number 1 is?
I do know what rule number 1 is, Doug, but see, I'm going to need you to say it so that I can repeat it.
Rule number 1's don't be a dick.
He said don't be a dick, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that was it.
Lucas, what does being a dick consist of?
Well, Douglas, being a dick, sometimes you just repeat the rule, apparently, in the chat. Being a dick, basically, is doing anything, something, and/or may thing. I think there's a third word I want there that I haven't figured out yet, but we'll get there. To which you would be applying unhappiness, harm, discomfort to another human being in trivia. Also, don't do it in person, but especially when you're here in trivia, I don't want you making anyone else unhappy, uncomfortable, or like they don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I practiced that in a mirror.
That seems pretty simple.
I know, right?
So
it's so simple, in fact.
and we are so stubborn, in fact, that
we made rule number 2, which is rule number 1. Don't be a dick. Don't mess around with each other. Don't screw with each other. Just enjoy yourself, answer your trivia questions, have a good time. and even have a great time at the expense of us. We're in suit clothes to host trivia on a Thursday night and drink.
Yep.
So we are free game.
We are more than happy for you
Thank you,
guys to be
Momset, bro.
dicks towards us. We're probably gonna be dicks towards each other, and we'll probably be dicks towards you, but just don't be dicks towards each other.
In fact, if anything, we will be more than normal dicks to each other tonight, because regardless of the theme night, I have a nice spinny logo, and he has some stupid mountain looking thing, and they play hockey tonight. So
actually, it doesn't have a mountain logo on mine.
Mine has a cup too.
I'm sorry. What does yours say on there? What does it say again?
Playoffs. That's what it says. Everybody has to go to the playoffs to get the cup.
It says playoffs, but what does mine say?
Champagne.
Champion.
Why do you have a champagne koozie, Doug? Anyway,
could you imagine if you needed a champagne? Like, that is the mark of you are drinking too much. If you need a koozie to go around your champagne bottle, like.
In my head, I just heard Bo Burnham, but instead of white woman's Instagram, I heard white people problems. White people, white people's problem grams.
Man, we're acting like real freaks right now. Which brings us to rule number 3. What's rule number 3?
Number 3 is you do you, boo-boo, as Douglas would say in his beautiful alliteration. On this beautiful technicolor rainbow that we call life, let your freak every time! Let your freak frag Nope, I'm done.
Freak frag fry. Let your freak flag fly. We don't care where you come from, who you are, who you love. Except
what
little
shade
children,
of white, blue, green, blue, brown that you are, you're beautiful in our eyes.
No, and we want all
and
of
we
you.
love you, and we want you to do you.
Yeah, we want you to all love yourselves because we love you.
I also love myself. I also love Doug, but that's besides the point.
That's separate. We're gonna do that later. Don't worry about it. But those are our rules for tonight. Pretty easy.
That's it. Plain and simple.
If you didn't get them, see rule number 1. Pretty easy.
All you have to do is actually type in !rule and type in 1, 2, or 3, and it will remind you in Twitch chat.
Yep.
Do we have any announcements? Something coming up next week?
So next week is Thanksgiving. We are taking the week off. I mean, we could have trivia next week, but if I'm being honest, I don't want to do it in front of my future in-laws because, yeah.
I don't think y'all want me to do it on the internet in Western North Carolina.
I'm going to be rather sloshed, filled with turkey and pumpkin pie, and watching NFL football. So
Give pie.
if you want me to come on and bring up, like, I'll have like 6 questions and get bored by that point and be like, nah, fuck it. So we will be taking next week off. Enjoy it with your families or whoever you spend Thanksgiving with. Go have a great time. Go be one with the people you love.
And give thanks for all those around us and everything we have together, including trivia. I'm thankful for trivia.
I'm thankful for trivia as well. I'm thankful for trivia, for bringing back together friends, for even with COVID having a group like all of our faithful followers, players, listeners, friends, just in general, all of you lovely people out there. So that's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving.
I agree. I could not have said it better myself, and I'm way more eloquent than you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
That was beautiful, Doug. That was truly beautiful. We should clip that. All right. Other than that, that's our announcements. I do believe that we have decided that the Christmas time will be holidays for trivia. We will not lock down to just our beautiful white person pagan holiday. We will bring in all of the holidays into a beautiful Merry Holly bundle.
Yep.
And then
or
we'll review bundle. Then we will, after that, do a year in review trivia to review all of the wonderful things that have happened to us in 2022. That's definitely what it's going to be about, right, Doug?
It's 100% going to be wonderful stuff only, and not super fucking. I feel like now I need to separate out and just have one round of, like, I'm just going to call it depressing shit, and then the other 5 rounds can be like uplifting stuff.
I think that's fair. That's like, probably a good way to go.
That's gonna be my current events round. Like round 1, instead of being current events, is just gonna be like depressing shit that happened over the last 12 months.
There you go. All right. Well, that's announcements. That's rules. What are you drinking tonight?
Tonight I will be drinking in my little fridge here.
Oh, to the fridge.
Quayside Kolsch, Fairwinds Brewing. It is.
I literally
it's
thought that you had um, twisted tea. That's literally what I thought that was. Keep it twisted.
We're not trying to get that crunk tonight, but
X.
also the bounty is out, so we're gonna have to be a little different tonight. We don't have a 50-50 round,
True.
so we'll have to play by ear. I'm really thinking we're just gonna pick a random round and just probably general knowledge. And if you guys
General knowledge one is reasonable.
if you guys get it in time, I will be chugging a Smirnoff Ice, red, white, and cherry. There we go. Holiday punch.
I really need to get those, but it's all Bold Rock Apple for me, and I have plenty to chug.
And the bounty for getting, I'll even say one sub tonight. If we get one additional sub tonight, I'll chug a second one.
And I have rum, because
yep.
rum's good.
As always, you can also spend points in the bottom right to make us dehydrate, so you know.
That's there for a reason, I guess.
People earn points all night. So, that's our rules. Oh, no, what are you drinking, man? I completely almost...
No, I said it. It's
nope.
always Bold Rock Apple.
No.
I was just doing my resub. I was just throwing it out there.
That doesn't count.
It's
No,
just there.
okay.
It's just there. Calm down. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm just showing that I've done that for 10 months. How easy it is. I literally clicked it while you were talking. It's Bold Rock Apple. I have like 10 of them downstairs, so there's plenty enough. And then, like I said, the bounty for me is most likely, can't remember, Muddy Creek rum, because rum's good.
Rum is good. Well,
All
okay,
right.
let's jump into questions then. We have 6 rounds tonight, 8 questions apiece, and the dehydrating has already started, Lucas.
To you, good sir, Ben.
To you, Ben. So, let's get and then make yourself drink.
I love how he drinks himself. That's my favorite about Ben.
Well, Lucas, why don't you kick us off? Let's get this thing rolling.
It's time for current... It's not time for current events. Kim wrote most of trivia tonight. She's pretty excited about it. She kicked it off with, who said it? Plain and simple. You have a multiple choice category of who said it. Straightforward. We're going to give you a quote. You tell me. Good luck to everyone out there. Here we go. If I don't have some cake soon, I might die. It's a great quote.
That sounds like a quote from The Office, honestly.
I know, right?
Like, no, sorry, not the Office. Office Space, with
Also, it could
Milton.
definitely be from
Like,
Office Space.
if I don't have some cake right now, I'll burn down the building.
What was I gonna? You made me think of something. Sarge made fair. All right, so I have 6 of 6 answers showing, and the correct answer. This
7 teams though.
Well, I'm showing 6 of 6, Doug. So why don't you tell me when I can click the button?
Scrappy and Tiny, Bunghole Ticket, Bunghole Olympics, Bunghole Cruise, Threat Level Bunghole, Sarge Made Me, and Sarge Made Me Play.
Sarge made me and Sarge made me play. I think someone created their team twice because I have Sarge made me play. I have Bunghole Cruise, Bunghole Olympics, Bunghole Ticket, Threat Level Bunghole, and Scrappy and Tiny. So my guess is that Fub screwed up and made his team twice.
My future father-in-law just texted me. Give me a call after tonight's drink and think if you can.
Ooh boy,
oh no,
that's fun. This was
I'm
season
just gonna
4.
I'm just gonna text back ominous.
It is. This was season 4, and this was actually Stanley.
All right.
Good job, Threat Level Bunghole.
I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Actually made it to this episode in our binge fest. Also, if anyone can tell me the theme of the gifts tonight by the end of the night, I think when we get to the final round, as we approach the final round, I want you all to think about the gifts as we progress along. Someone tell me what Doug's theme was.
Yep.
And you can get, I don't know, I think 2 extra bonus points if you get it right.
That seems fair.
But that'll be at about question 40. Chili's. Dude, Chili's was one of my favorite places to eat when I was younger.
Chili's,
Actually, I still love Chili's.
Baby back ribs and barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I know. Was that
That seems like
was
everybody.
that Backstreet Boys? That is everybody.
Yeah, I think it was Backstreet Boys.
I think it was Backstreet
I
Boys.
want my baby back. Ribs.
Oh, my baby back, baby back, baby.
Well, the
Ah,
answer
man.
is Pam.
That's you. Yep. That is the Dundies. And at the Dundies, Pam gets really drunk because her boyfriend leaves. And she accepts her trophy and then gets up and goes, I feel God in this chili. I love that I actually made it to that one.
I think I made him feel bad because he responded with, "No, just planning for your visit." No exclamation point. Just planning for
That's
your
hilarious.
visit.
Who says exactly what they're thinking? What kind of game is that? That's hilarious. I don't know your father-in-law, but he sounds fun.
He's awesome. I really, really like him.
I think my favorite nerd moment with my father-in-law here recently was my mother-in-law and father-in-law, me and Kim, and my brother-in-law, and I mean she is my sister-in-law. It's just confusing because it's my brother-in-law's wife, and in my head that doesn't sound correct even though it is. Anyway, we all have a group text, and basically it's to share the Wordle every day. We share how we did on Wordle. And me and my father-in-law are big fans of Mrs. Buttersworth. And my wife and my mother-in-law are huge fans of actual maple syrup. Like, it has to be almost from Canada.
Yep.
And so we mess with them constantly. Me and my father-in-law. So I put the answer, the Wordle like 3 or 4 days ago was maple. So I put very controversial word in the family. And when we got done, my father-in-law got it in like 1 or 2. And then said, perfect clue, love it. And then we both sent gifts of Mrs. Buttersworth. My mother-in-law
No.
hasn't talked to me since, I don't think. That might be a sign. They're coming Saturday. She told me I wasn't getting snickerdoodle cookies because I beat her at fantasy football.
What?
Anyway.
No.
Yeah, I know. It was very sad. This is Kelly in season 4 because apparently you don't say what you're thinking because saying what you're thinking is a game.
All right. We have a gym at home. It's called the bedroom. The number of times, and like, not to be gross or anything, like, I mean, it is kind of gross inherently, but like, not to sound like it's a flex or anything, but the number of girlfriends I've had who have said like, we don't need a gym, like, we'll just use the bedroom, and it's never that way, ever.
I don't think a woman has ever said that to me. Is the theme commercials? No, Kenny.
Nope.
The theme is not commercials.
Well, the answer is that was Phyllis. Phyllis getting
Of course
randy.
it was Phyllis. Of course it was Phyllis. I consider myself a good person, but I'm gonna try to make him cry. Some of the quotes from this show are excellent.
That sounds like me, actually.
I absolutely. This is something I would absolutely say.
Oh, 100%. I think
I'm
like
going to crush their spirit.
our close friend group, I think this is like our mantra. I'm a good person. They said the wrong thing. They did the wrong thing. I'm gonna make them cry.
I'm gonna make them cry. Yeah, no, I agree completely. Let's see. Sadly, I haven't got as far into the show as all of these references for their names. Correct answer is Oscar. Good job. Season 5.
Should have burned this place down when I had the chance.
Oh man.
We're watching.
Earth it all.
We're rewatching
Theme.
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, good show.
And like everyone just got like the magic just came back, or like the backwards magic just came back, and
Gotcha.
like every episode someone's like, I should have killed you when I had the chance. I'm like, I think that line's dying in meaning at this point. Like everyone could have killed everybody at this point.
Yeah, it's true. The theme is not C's, Mama Fafro, but
Nope.
good attempt.
The answer is Michael.
I thought that they were gonna go with intern Ryan because he actually lights the place on fire.
Yep.
But oh well. Anyway, I love catching people in the act. That's why I always whip open doors.
It's
Why can I picture one of us saying this? Like I can picture a
is-
member of our fraternity literally saying this.
this has happened before to members of our fraternity, me included.
That's true. Hey man, Yeah, but we don't like doing it. It happened, right?
Bull,
I could see someone like seeking this out.
bull. The group that walked into my bedroom when I had the George Mason brothers over, and they walked in because it's Blacksburg. You don't lock your front door. The brothers walked in and were like, "Where's Doug?" And a group of George Mason brothers sleeping on the couches and floors in my living room were like, "He's back there," and they burst into my room while I am
busy,
compromised.
Indisposed.
We'll say that. And they're like, "Hey, Doug, how's it going? Hey, what's going on?" And Steven was like, everyone, I was like, "Get the fuck out." And all of them but Steven was like, "I'm not leaving until I get a hug." And I'm like, "Oh, I have no pants on." So he's like, "I don't care. I want a hug." I'm like, "All right, whatever."
Okay.
Indisposed, Mama Fafro.
Indisposed. The correct answer here is Dwight.
Dwight.
In season 5.
And last one, this is a wager, 7 points. A few years ago, my family was on a safari in Africa, and my cousin Mufasa was he was trampled to death by a pack of wildebeest, and we all took it really hard. I can't say how I found these gifts or what I did with these gifts because that gives it away, but this is my all-time favorite gift.
God. I just looked at what I thought that's what was happening.
Yep.
Just glanced over. Oh god.
Just a cheetah taking a dump on top of a safari cruiser.
While a person takes pictures of it, or they just stare at it.
Hey,
they're just staring.
It's a big cat. Like, hey, you want to see my butthole? Because that's all cats do.
Quite literally.
I love Fluffy so much. I really do. She's an amazing cat. But every time I start petting her, she'll come like face to face, and I'll start petting her, and then she'll just slowly 180-degree turn. So I'm scratching her butt. I'm like, oh, cat butthole.
Thanks.
Great.
Love it.
Yep. Wow, only one didn't get it right. And the answer is Ryan.
And I'm trying to remember, this is season 3. I think Kim explained it to me, but they're doing it's not performance reviews, but they're doing something like that. And he just comes up with this whole story in his therapy. That's it. Thank you, Kim. You're doing therapy, and this is him talking in therapy to the therapist. This is someone talking to you about your job, Doug. A white man talking about his his cousin Mufasa.
Oof. Well,
all right. Do you want a leaderboard? Do you want to rock and roll?
Let's rock and roll, and then we'll do leaderboard after number 2.
Round number 2. It's called Office Party. For this round, we're going to be talking about all things Office Party. What is the awards show / party hosted by Michael for the employees called? Most commonly held at where, Doug?
Dunder Mifflin.
The Chili's.
So all of these are free response. So make sure that you type in your answer and hit submit.
It doesn't matter how you spell it.
Yeah, I'm all of them.
We are not lenient. We are what's the word?
Spelling impaired.
That's definitely the word I would go with. Or that's a phrase. Is the theme 2000s? No, it's not.
2000s.
I love the guesses for the themes. This makes me so happy. I kind of want to up the value to 5 points.
Yep. I feel like we've had
it's like 5 points
guess.
now.
Yeah.
Because people just don't know what's going on. I love it. I'm so in. All right.
You have
all
to,
the answers
you have to get
in.
it before we finalize the first question of the last round. Because
correct.
the theme does not change.
Are we giving it to the last one, or are we good?
We're good.
Okay, cool. The correct answer, that's the Dundies. I actually brought them up earlier, if you were paying attention.
When Michael and Jan get back from their winter vacation, what type of party are the PPC forced to plan?
I had to ask him what PPC stood for. Would you like for me to tell you?
Yes, please.
It's the Party Planning Committee.
Oh.
Yeah, I was on Struggle Bus too. There was it was too close to PCP, and that's all I could think of. So
I will say to everyone watching, I have never watched an episode of The Office. I know the theme really well. My freshman roommate watched the entire show over the course of like the fall semester my freshman year. So I know the theme song really well, but I could never see his computer screen from where he was sitting and where I was sitting. So never watched
Because he's a
it.
heathen.
It's every time I've tried to watch it several times, and the first episode.
Graphics interchange format GIFs. Yes, they are in fact all GIFs, Kenny, but that's not what we're looking for.
I've tried so
This
many
is Kenny's
times.
new game, by the way. But anyway, go ahead.
I've tried so hard to watch the show, but season 1 always turns me off because I hate awkward humor, unless it's like and we talked about this earlier, unless it's British, because it for some reason awkward humor in like British shows works really well. In American shows, it just comes off as cringe. So everyone tells me like, oh, season 2 is so much better. Season 2 is so much better. I'm sorry, if I have to power through a season. Now, if it's something like, oh, you'll get to season 5 and it slows down, just power through it. Like, that's great. All right, great. I will watch 4 seasons of awesome TV and then power through a season just cause. But like when it's like, oh, the start of the show is terrible, just power through that. Like, no, you've lost me already. Sorry.
It's
So-
like, for me, drinking coffee. Things that are an acquired taste for me tend not to stick. I don't like things that I have to acquire a taste for, and I feel like shows like that, I think it's why I can't watch Breaking Bad. I can't get through, like, the beginning of it to get invested.
Oh, do you know I will never drink black coffee again?
Why is that?
Remember when I lost all that weight really fast? I was on
Yes.
a diet that I was only allowed water, black coffee,
Good.
or
Good.
bagged tea,
Fun.
only protein. And so I drank so much black coffee, like, just to stay awake, because it would, like, I would take my Adderall, and then, like, I just, like, normally I would have, like, a soda, or, like, something, like, coffee with creamer in it, and I just had to keep making black coffee and just, like, pouring it down my gullet to try to, like, avoid... I tried to make the distance between my stomach and the cup as short as possible.
Yep.
And I never acquired the taste. I tried everything.
I know what you mean.
I tried
Yes,
Starbucks. I tried Dunkin'. I tried different flavors in a Keurig. Like, just nothing ever did it for me. And so I will drink coffee. I will drink my pumpkin spice lattes. I will drink my heavily creamered coffee. If my coffee isn't close to, like...
A milkshake, then it's
Yeah.
no good.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I don't drink coffee, never have. But if I were going to, I'd do it like my mom. Like half a thing of creamer and sugar, and then it's not really coffee anymore. It's some sweet concoction. Yeah, I'm in. Because I basically always joke I drink Mountain Dew in the morning anyway. So I'll take a sugary mess for sure. But anywho,
But
what's the correct answer, Doug?
It's a luau.
Which one person got right? I consulted the rules expert, the answer expert, and Jamaican was not acceptable, sadly. I'm sorry to the two of you. I just wanted to check, but it was a luau. In Blood Drive, what is the party called that is thrown on Valentine's Day in order for Michael to meet a woman? I love that they have an office party literally themed about finding Michael a mate. How... The level sometimes of the inappropriateness of the show is unreal. It's hilarious. But there are so many things that, like... It's funny to me because it was humorous, and it's things that could have happened but shouldn't happen in an office that are now things that if they happened in an office, someone would be lynched.
So,
Like, Michael Scott would literally be crucified for some of the things he did nowadays. It'd be bad.
So I will say, like, the bits and pieces I have seen, unpopular opinion, Jim is a bad person.
He is. Said that to Kim earlier when we were watching the episode. I like Jim. He's funny. But the level that he takes stuff to with Dwight sometimes is not good, number one. And number two, he's not a good worker.
No.
Because he has no motivation. Like, he just screws around. It's great show, but he would be a terrible employee.
Oh, and him with Pam,
Oh.
like, the
the
inappropriateness of their relationship. Like, if you find love, that's great. If they're already married or engaged to someone else, like, back off, dude. Like, just back off. And he just kept pushing it and kept pushing it. and
I don't
then
know, bro.
and then
Have you met?
and then gets together at the like most inappropriate time. I realize I'm a massive hypocrite in saying this, but
All I'm saying is, do you remember Fired Up?
yep.
Can't even remember his name. We haven't watched Fired Up in so long.
But okay,
Um,
to be fair, he was gay as the morning rainbow. Let's be real.
No, he wasn't. He was a douche. He was screwing the other cheerleader in the thing. What's his name? Dear Lord, what is the guy's name in Fired Up?
Doctor.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about Dowdy.
Dr. Dick.
Dr. Rick. Dr. Rick.
Dr. Rick.
Such a douche nozzle. Dr. Rick is literally the same as Roy.
Oh, no.
Roy literally leaves Pam at a hockey game on their first date. Or no, their worst date. She leaves it. He leaves her there by herself. Roy sucks. Now I don't support Jim in like forcing the breakup, but her fiance sucks.
Well, and then as soon as they broke up, he stepped in.
Fiance, Doug, pre-fiance.
There was no like pause in that. It was like they broke up and Jim swooped in immediately. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There was a period of mourning that you should at least try to cover that shit up and be like, we're not dating.
Get away from me, Doug. Nah,
no.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Congratulations to Sard Made Me Play. It was the Lonely Hearts Party. Good job.
Gabe and Aaron were a short-lived couple, but they did host a party together focused on what?
Ooh, it's focused on a television show. That's your hint. Some of these, I think Kim, like for super office aficionados, are probably going to pick up on a lot of this. And maybe you all are. I am not. So, neither is Doug. So we're going to do hints. That's what we do.
I really, just in general, the whole, the only people I ever respected on that show were...
Don't you say it. Swear to God. If you say his name, I will force you out of this chat room and you will have to rejoin.
Craig.
Huh?
Craig.
Okay.
Craig. Oscar Nunez.
I thought you were going to say your favorite character.
And
I was about to be like, get out of here.
Oscar.
Yeah.
The ones who weren't like involved in it, and Creed. I love Creed, but
but Creed is a terrible human being. No, Douglas, get out of here.
Oh no, I absolutely love Takini.
I think who I enjoyed was
I loved Creed for the only reason that he was unapologetically terrible.
HR. Who's the HR guy? Whoever the HR guy is, help me out. I can see his face. Of course, I can't remember his name. I feel so bad for him.
I don't know why I'm trying to think of it like I know, but...
Toby. Toby gets the shaft constantly. Toby is the HR manager in an office that is a perpetual nightmare. And does all he can to fix it and gets no credit for it. And most of the time gets chastised. Anyway, what's the correct answer, Doug?
The correct answer is the TV show Glee.
Is the TV show Glee?
Okay.
Man, I haven't watched an episode of Glee in so long.
All right, you're up.
Next question is, one of the most successful parties in the show is based in real culture and hosted by Kelly. What is that party / holiday? I tried really hard to come up with this because I had an idea of what it should be and just failed miserably. But as far as like the good characters of the show go,
you know who
which then again, I like Angela. I think Angela's a good worker who's a little judgy, if anything.
I just like. I think Kevin got the shaft more often than not. Like
Kevin gets the shaft a lot.
All the clips I've seen is just Kevin, not even trying to be a sad human being, but just like shit happening to him.
Yeah, no, Kevin is the Meg of the show for sure.
So there's actually unaired footage apparently in the finale where Kevin owns a bar because there's apparently like I forget how it works out, but Baumgartner, Brian Baumgartner, was on a podcast and was explaining it that it got cut out, where he went to this bar so frequently, right next to Dunder Mifflin, that people would start buying him drinks, and he would
Really?
he wouldn't take them. He would just put them on his tab, and so he had accrued so many purchased drinks that he used his tab to buy the bar. And so he owns a bar. So
Amazing.
when he leaves Dunder Mifflin, like he just goes to running this bar that he bought off of a tab of people buying him drinks that he didn't take.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
Kenny, you're incorrect.
it was supposed to be like, so it was supposed to show that like he's this super genius who can like leverage stuff against each other, and like it is actually ends up being like a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like in like his day-to-day actions, but nobody figures that out until the end when they go to the bar and they're like, oh, the owner, and like, oh yeah, him over there, and they point to Kevin, and he was like, yeah, I didn't pay a penny for this bar.
So good. The correct answer here is Diwali, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Yep, it's the
Indian holiday.
Indian holidays of. I know they throw the clouds around of powder to colors or whatever, but
Oh, there you go.
so
And
this
Kenny,
is-
you don't want to know. You are going to be mad. It's super general. That's the thing I will give you about your 5 bonus points. This is a super general thing that Doug was aiming for. Again, we're trying to get inside the mind of this man behind the bandana. What he was thinking when he did these gifts
the
for theme night.
the
All right.
bandana keeps my thoughts out of the aliens' receptors.
Oh, there's tinfoil in there. I didn't know.
Oh no!
No wonder you
no
sweat so
tinfoil.
much.
Didn't you know? It's just cloth. Like those maniacs with the tinfoil have it all wrong. It's just cloth. That's.
Oh,
And your
got it.
your thoughts only come out of like this section of your head, so you have to cover that
Like where your third
part.
eye is, so you have
Yeah.
to cover. I
Right.
got it.
With
Okay,
what
I
do you
got
think
you.
I'll wear the bandana? Yeah.
I don't know. I
So
learned.
that's a little different. For Phyllis's bachelor party, what famous person was invited last minute instead of a stripper?
Yeah, jazz hands is actually a really good guess. I hadn't noticed, but there are a lot of waving hands. Hands is also just a very generic thing. I agree. That would have been a funny theme. Everything has hands, but that'd be kind of like they're all gifts. I'm more asking you to again get inside the mind of Doug and think. Doug did all the gifts, I believe, except maybe Ryan's.
Nope, all of them.
So Doug did all the gifts, and he had one goal in mind when he did all of these gifts,
I had
which is the theme.
I wanted to attain perfection in
That's
this
true.
theme throughout 48 questions. And I did that. I accomplished that, and it took a shit
Oh.
ton of effort. When you see the last round, you will understand how much fucking effort it took.
You wrote the last round, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know what your last round was. That's true.
So, the answer
Oh, we're one short. I'm one short. Never mind. Go ahead. I apologize. Proceed.
is Benjamin Franklin.
I was only showing 5 of 6 for some reason, and then
Good-
suddenly 6 of
Good
6,
old Benny Boy Franklin.
which was hilarious in itself too. One of Michael's most famous parties was taken away from the office and into the outside world. He got away with it by calling it a team building exercise. So one of his most famous parties exits the office. It goes out somewhere else in the world. It was a thing they went to do.
And he calls it a what?
Yep. He called it a team building exercise, but what did they go do?
Honestly,
Have you ever done one of these?
yes. They are not as fun as you think.
I would imagine not.
So most of these are over the course of
There you
like
go.
3 or 4 hours. So
Yeah.
you come back and like great. That was fun. That was pointless. But like thinking of this on a longer term, I think would be so much fun though. On a bigger scale, like more days,
So
more stuff to do.
my compromise to that would be take the first word away from that and you have that.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, so
Okay.
answer.
The answer is a booze cruise. They went on a booze cruise. I also accepted riverboat cruise because basically the same thing.
So what I'm thinking is like a more fun version is you get like a deep sea fishing vessel that has like two or three bedrooms in below deck, where you the bar is just stocked constantly. There's a flat screen TV with satellite TV, and
Gotcha.
you watch basketball, football, you deep sea fish, you drink, you cook, you just have a good time for like 2 or 3 days. Not a long period of time, and it's just your close friends, and you don't have to deal with the masses of a cruise.
I was about to say you want a more intimate experience, but a similar idea.
Correct, but not like a Virgin Islands or whatever cruise where it's like, hey,
Gotcha.
you and 900 strangers are gonna sit on a boat and hate each other for 7 days. Yeah.
All right, bring it home. Give me the last office party.
One of the most iconic and bizarre parties in the whole show was at someone's house that ended up in a breakup at a broken Dundee. What couple threw that party?
For your wager, we're looking for 2 characters. What couple?
Also, bonus
Yeah.
points if in the Twitch chat you can tell us what couple broke up at that party.
Oh, do you know that?
Yep.
Okay, good for you. I was like, dang, Doug, pulling some extra knowledge out here.
I was looking through this and I was like, this is something I could throw extra points at.
I like it. We have peppered your goalie, by the way. It's 11 shots to 3 currently.
You have. I have it up on the other screen. It's just.
And yet, it's still 1-0 you.
It's on ESPN3 and just I have it on the side muted and watching it. My butthole just keeps like clenching over and over again. Well, no one answered in chat. I'll give you, let's say, 10 more seconds from what we're doing.
Something tells me Scrappy and Tiny is not an Office fan. I'm okay with that.
They come and play the regulars. I really appreciate that. The dedication, the drive.
I agree wholeheartedly.
What's the thing?
I almost said gumption for some reason, but anyway. Dedication.
It's pure. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, help me out a little more.
It's a character from a movie, and he's referring to. I don't know. Maybe not a movie. Maybe a series. Whatever. He goes, look at him. The drive, the dedication, the pure unbridled something or other, or the pure something or other.
Pure unadulterated passion.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, so
That's right. Fair.
the answer.
Yeah.
Is Michael and Jan. Sorry, Jan.
Jan.
And the couple that broke up, you know?
So, if I were going to take a shot in the dark, I'm going to hope that this is when Pam and Roy break up. That's all I got.
Nope. Michael and Jan.
Okay, I was curious if it was Michael and Jan breaking up at the party, but I wasn't positive.
All right, you want to take the leaderboard, and then I'm going to...
I got you.
Be right back.
Info leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, should be currently popping up if I remember how to do this. I feel out of practice. In first place, we have Season 2, Episode 3, Bunghole Olympics. That is 39.215. Season 5, Episode 19, Bunghole Ticket. Sarge Made Me Play. Oh, wait, did I read it? Yeah, 37.899. Sarge Made Me Play, 36.282. Season 7, Episode 17, Threat Level Bunghole, 17.603. Season 2, Episode 11, Bunghole Cruise, 10.235. And Scrappy and Tiny with 5.67. Solid race at the top and a solid cruise in the middle. Anyway, we're moving on to the round that I actually contributed with more, the general knowledge round. Since Doug is gone, I guess this isn't going to be the round that we use for the speed round. So let's rock and roll with it. After getting himself for Secret Santa, what present does Kevin give to himself? It's multiple choice. So we're looking for the gift that Kevin got for himself after literally getting himself for Secret Santa. That was so good. I enjoyed coming up with this round. I also agree Kevin should have got himself pie, but he in fact purchased himself a foot bath. Good on you, Kevin. I also just want to scream Santa. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to control myself. I haven't got all my Christmas decorations up yet, but we're getting there. What facial hairstyle does Michael copy from Ryan? Michael always trying to figure out how to be a better businessman by mimicking Ryan and or bleeding his brain dry of knowledge. Also decided to physically copy him.
Alright, I'm back.
Which hair do we get? Your general knowledge is no longer your speed round, boss man. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with the next one. Will make the special one.
Sounds good. Yeah, wait till my Scrappy and Tiny. Eye contact. I agree and like that, Kenny. It's incorrect though. He copied his goatee. The goatee. Which neither of us are currently wearing.
That is I wanted to get close to it to give a hint, but that is a Fu Manchu. So
that is a Fu Manchu.
It is separate.
Which I almost used.
A goatee is a mustache and a goatee grown out. But only that portion, and the two can't touch to make it a Fu Manchu. Otherwise, it's a long goatee.
There you go.
What is Creed's 2011 New Year's resolution?
I literally put this one in here for you. You didn't get your Creed round, sadly, so I put Creed in here for you.
Looking back, it would not have been a good round, given the state of things now.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I think it's a fun round to do at some point. It's kind of like the round that I always wanted to do if it was crap, who was it?
The answer is perfect cartwheel.
He wanted to do a perfect cartwheel. Creed's a weird character.
Which you have to love. The actor is like, the character is based off the actor in the most, what do you call it? The most satirical way possible. That everything he says as a character is things he would never do as a real person.
Which I find amazing.
And he plays it so well.
He does. He nails it. I literally got my first experience with Creed in season 2, where he's arguing with Michael about performance reviews. Or no, it's not performance reviews. Michael has to fire someone. He's going to fire Creed. And Creed literally convinces him not to fire Creed and fire someone else. Because they can fight it like they did in the old days. He's like, what do you mean like we did in the old days? What does Stanley typically, the biggest thing Stanley typically does during meetings, because he does a lot. You were talking about the bar thing earlier, and it reminded me something I read about this show, which makes so much sense now. That they used to have to come in like an hour early, just like they were coming to work before they would film, and sit in the office and just do normal office work.
Oh yeah.
When they were asked why they did it, it was so that they felt like they had been working with each other for years. Like it felt like an office unit, not just a television show.
And it came off so well.
It did. They seem like an office group that's been working together for way too dang long.
So just all the clips I have seen have been on Facebook or TikTok, where they just take clips out. So I've seen like a lot of the pranks Jim has pulled. I've seen like a lot of the Jim Pam stuff going on, all of the like I guess the highlights of it, the stuff,
a lot of the iconic stuff for sure.
But I've never watched it like as a full episodes or whatnot. But fantastic.
The correct answer, crosswords. Speaking of what you just said, me and Kim almost did a round called Hidden Objects, and it was like all the pranks that they play on Dwight and other people in the office, just things that got hidden. I was so excited, but we could only come up with like 4 items, and I was sad.
My favorite clip I've seen is when they're sitting in a meeting, and it's the DVD logo bouncing around in the back screen, and they're looking for the corner, and it hits it, and they're like, oh yeah! And they all just get up and leave, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go get it," because he doesn't realize what's actually going on.
I remember. I actually remember that.
So where does Jim propose to Pam? Like, how is this not red flags left and right for their relationship?
Their relationship should have been fine. I agree with Kim. It was a terrible way that they wrote it out at the end that I haven't got to yet.
Their their tryouts. So Pam landed the role first, and John Krasinski was still in the running. So John and I can't think of her name. Had known each other previously, and she's like, I refuse to do Pam unless he is my Jim. Like that has, because they like explained Pam's like character arc, and she's like, I will do this with no one other than John Krasinski because he and I already have that chemistry, because they'd known each other for like years and years, and that's what got him the role essentially. Like he was in the running for like the finale, like for the finals for Jim. But she was like that. She was the deciding vote there. She's like, he has to be Jim to my Pam. Like they're real life best friends.
Which I think is hilarious because the other thing he was auditioning for was Dwight. They wanted John Krasinski to be Dwight. Yeah. And I cannot picture that at all.
Well, what's his name? Seth MacFarlane and what's his name?
Well, I need some help again.
The interview. He's always the big goofy guy who smokes pot, kind of fat.
Bigger dude who smokes pot. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. There we go. Seth Rogen tried out for Dwight as well. Michael Scott. That was it. He tried out for Michael Scott.
Do we mean Seth Rogen?
Yes, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen.
Okay, it is Seth Rogen. Would you like to know who I was thinking of?
Who?
Not Dana White, but the other dude on the UFC
Joe Rogan?
stupid podcast. Joe Rogan. Thank you. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's amazing. Yeah, but that was a gas station.
It was a gas station.
So, for just a quick interruption,
I love this question.
If you guys want to join us later after trivia, we'll be playing some Vidget games. Probably Fall Guys. If we get more people, we'll find a game that more people can play. But come hang out with us in our Discord. We put random stuff in there. We hang out, talk to you guys, all that good stuff. So,
yeah, we do that thing. I came up with this question. It made me happy. What color does Angela find whorish? I think Angela finds many things whorish, but she mentions this color. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
I think this theme night's been fun. Don't you think so?
I think so too.
Some real general knowledge, good old questions that people can just enjoy and have a good time doing trivia.
Yeah.
I've been drinking my drinks too fast.
I'm working my way through this steadily.
Oh man, good times.
I remember the last time I was dressed up like this and drinking this much. I was sitting across from the CEO of my previous company.
Oof.
And he said, so the only reason he knew who I was because I was the only male supervisor in the Northern Virginia area. How I met him was
sexist pigs.
Oh, so the only reason I knew him, or the only reason I met him, was because I was in the bathroom.
Gotcha.
And so like I was going to the bathroom, and he looks over and he goes, "Hey, you're with NCG, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Why? What office? Manassas. You're Doug.
That's me.
While I have my junk in my hand, and I was like, "How did you know?" And he's like, "There's one site there are two people in supervisor positions in Northern Virginia. One is a site director, so obviously he knows him. Kenny?
I knew it was coming. I was just waiting.
One.
Haha!
I think I could change that.
It is rigged.
One was a site director. So obviously he knew him because every time they had a site director meeting, he would come out. And he's like, but there's only one supervisor that is male, and so that has to be you. And I was like, shit. And so later that night, I was 25 at the time, like still pretty young. And we're sitting at the bar, and everyone's kind of gone home, and he's pulled out his black Amex card or whatever, he's like, everyone's tab on the bar is on me. And I was like, all right, cool.
Doug, like, let's go.
So I'm sitting at a table with another site director, or a different site director. She was the Annandale site director. And it's like, oh, I'm going to bed. And she leaves. And he comes and sits down. And he's like, oh, I haven't really had a chance to talk to you other than the bathroom. He goes, and the waitress comes up, and she's like, oh, yeah, do you guys want anything? Obviously knowing that he's the guy with the black Amex card, so she's trying to treat him real well. Right. And he's like, get whatever you want. And I tried to call his bluff, and I was like, whatever I want? And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, literally whatever you want. He's like, and I was like, there's a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue on the top shelf. He's like, yeah, and? Like,
let's go!
I was like, I'll have a double finger of Johnny Walker Blue. And he's like, I'll have the same. That shit came out to $300. And he didn't blink at it, and I was like, oh, damn. Anyway.
Number 1, Angela finds the color green, Horish. Number 2, the only thing that is rigged here, Kenny, is the fact that you can't guess what's going on with the gifts between you and Joe Titus. And 3, to you. But anyway.
So, you're up.
Is it me? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I read about the horse green.
Oh, yeah, you're right. In the absence of ice cream, what does Michael eat? Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, no, Joe Titus tonight? Yeah, he definitely would have figured it out. Joe Titus is the brains of that operation. I mean, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Let me rephrase that. Joe Titus is the geographic brains of that. He literally uses his video game knowledge to deduce countries from their images. That is an amazing man.
Let's be real. Joe Titus. Joe Titus might be the face, but Kenny is the moneymaker.
I'm telling you, dude, he just blows my mind with like how he's like, yeah, I've played Command and Conquer before. That's Siberia. And I get that Siberia is Russia, but like the man knows what Kazakhstan looks like.
Yeah.
And that gets me. But anyway, I digress.
The answer
what weird combination does he eat?
Mayonnaise and black olives. So I like both of those. I only like mayonnaise, but anyway. I don't understand. So I like black olives. And I don't understand the hate behind them. Because I hate green olives, and people love those.
I just don't like vegetables.
Yeah, that's fair. You're like you're like my brother-in-law.
Yeah. But you think black olive hate is just inherently a hatred of that?
Like, apparently an unpopular opinion that I didn't know. I like black olives on my pizza. And apparently, Kenny, you are so close, but not there.
But not there. It's close. I'm sorry.
I apparently have been banging in the desk. I thought I stopped doing that. But no, like black olives I like on pizza, and apparently that's a very frowned upon thing. More than pineapple. I did not know that. So
nah, dude, there's no way that it's more than pineapple. The hatred for pineapple. My racing group the other day had like a 600 message long thing about pineapple on pizza. I don't care. Grilled pineapple tastes fine, and you can put it on pizza if you want to.
Dude,
anyway.
I love me some grilled pineapple with some brown sugar on it when you grill it. Oh.
Dude, where's our favorite place to eat in Myrtle Beach?
Riaz.
What do they bring you at the Brazilian Steakhouse?
Pineapple on a skewer with brown sugar covered on it.
Exactly. It's the best thing ever. And I don't love pineapple. But yes, Ben, every gift does have to do with the questions. Yep. But that's not what Doug was thinking. Again, there are multiple right answers, but we're asking for what Doug was trying to achieve.
You are slowly getting into my head. but
It's true, but the bandana's working too strong.
too strong. I'm covering my
Too
third
strong.
eye. Hold on, I'm gonna cover it more so you guys can't get.
All right, let's bring this round home and get to halftime.
What
'Cause
contract
I need more booze.
did Dwight and Angela sign?
I love this
But-
one.
oh,
This was another
corre-
one that I
correction.
found.
A contract.
Inside! Actually, that man's inside, Kenny.
A contract to do what? What did Dwight
Yeah.
and Angela sign? What a contract to do what?
What were they gonna do? Oh man. Kenny's devolving of trying to guess.
Very.
I am curious. Kim, are you still paying attention? Do you have any idea what Doug's theme of the gifts is? Okay, just checking. I got screamed no at. I was just curious.
Hands.
Hands was an excellent guess. There are a lot of hands in these gifts. Mama Fafro's hands guess, hands down, solid guess.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go back.
Are you gonna go back and see if there are hands in every gif?
Yeah. No. Question 5. The one with Boo crying does not show her hands. Also, the gif of the cheetah shitting on the safari van, no hands.
That's true. There are only paws in that one.
Tom proposing to his girlfriend, or yeah, Tom the cat proposing to his
Correct.
girlfriend, no hands.
Correct.
That's
No.
those are paws.
All right, Doug. I have given credit. I'm sorry. I know you're handsing it up.
Creed's 2011 New Year's resolution was fireworks. No hands there.
I need your opinion on two of the answers.
Yeah, hold on. Which one?
Sarge made me play and Bunghole Olympics. I think both of them are in the ballpark.
I already gave
we could
Bunghole
ask for
Olympics.
clarific-
I would give. I mean, might as well give Sarge maybe play.
Yeah, because it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with it.
Um,
All right, cool. Correct answer. You read the question. I was
To
gonna
have
let you do it.
a baby together or a sex contract.
Yeah, they were gonna have a kid. And that's halftime. We've already read the scores. Me and Doug, I don't know, want to play Fall Guys or want to drink more, and you can't do that while reading the scoreboard. So it's time for special guests. Is this the
All right.
round you want to do?
This is gonna be our speed round. We have
Ooh, boy.
8 questions.
Not 50-50. Not as fast
So-
as usual. I
So
would
we
argue.
we figured out 3 minutes 30 seconds is the like
Bare minimum?
hard setting for 50-50. So I would say let's do 4:30 for that.
Divided by 60. Yeah, because 6 minutes. 6 minutes is the max time that we could do. I'd say, what'd you say? For what?
So at 3:30 doing 50-50, we came in with like 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I remember that
so-
being super close.
If we add that on, let's say 4:30. So with 4
I like
options-
4:30.
So we will. Here's how this works. For those of you who haven't played with us before,
I'm gonna go get a drink.
yeah, I will do the rules while he goes get a drink. We are in speed round. There are 6 of you answering questions. So for each question, we will start off with, we will read the question twice. We will hit ask the question, and I will start the timer. You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to get through the entire round. If you get through the entire round in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, we will finish our drinks. Well, I will chug this and he'll go get his drink. As soon as 6 of 6 have answered, we're moving on to the next question. Just go, 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 go. This is as quick as you can possibly do it with the most correct answers. I am going to say, with this though, we're not doing just answering the questions, because we had a bunch of like 10s and 13% last time, and that was BS. Cheers, Kenny. I'm sure Lucas will join us later.
To you, Kenny, as always.
So we're not doing this whole like 13% correct BS. Yeah,
What
you
percentage
guys,
correct do you want? There's 6 people here.
well, 13% correct on 4 questions out of 6 last time was kind of BS. So
Hey,
I-
dog. We didn't
I
ask him for
will-
correctness. We asked for speed. I've asked
I
this
will-
before. How much
I will
correctness
look-
you want?
Let's look at the general average afterwards.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like oh, I don't feel like drinking kind of thing. Like, let's be real. I have never not finished a drink on this show. So
I only lied one
long
time, and I
as-
was sick that day.
I will say this: as long as the average correct answer percentage is above 20%. Let's say that.
Above 20, so at
above
least one
20.
person has to get something right.
So
Basically,
with that,
20% be 1 out of 5.
so read the question twice, hit ask, and then I will hit start. Ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing. Special guests. We are looking for characters who are on the show who are famous. So guest stars that are famous.
The person themselves, not the character. So
Correct.
actress or actor or
Who was playing a character in the show for a very short amount of time.
yeah. Do not care about the character's name.
There you go. In season 1, a woman comes into the office to sell handbags, and she sells one to Dwight, and it's amazing. She becomes a love interest for Jim. In season 1, a woman comes into the office selling handbags, and she becomes a love interest for Jim. Who is that actress?
Start. 4 minutes 30 seconds. Let's go.
I got to help give the multiple choice for these, which made me happy because I literally thought it was
That's it.
another one of these actresses. It's done. All right, that's Amy Adams. Next.
In season 2, improv briefly became a love of Michael's. What famous guy was in his class?
This was great, by the way. I went and watched the scene, even though I haven't made it there. Excellent. Done. End it.
Yep. That is Ken Jeong.
It is Ken Jeong. In season 5, a very popular actor known for his smooth voice briefly plays a corporate higher up at Dunder Mifflin with a no-nonsense attitude. Who is he? I actually guessed. Kim just literally read that description to me.
Right,
I guessed
that's-
Matthew
who is
McConaughey.
it?
It is Idris Elba.
This famous guy was known on season 7 and played the man only known as Finger Lakes Guy. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Dude, they are rolling this multiple choice. The Kim Jong thing, he's in the improv class with him, and Michael pulls out a fake imaginary gun every improv class. And Kim Jong's like, oh, we're having a party, and it's our close friends, and you're not invited. That's 6
Right,
of 6. Send
done.
it.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, Mr. Finger Lakes Guy. A very out-of-character role than what he was known for. This singer plays Andy's brother in seasons 8 and 9.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, man, I don't think you're gonna be too disappointed with the group today because they have been mostly correct, even though apparently this wasn't Kenny's round. At 6 of 6, it was Josh Groban. Listen, brother.
Before
Okay,
he went to
good.
star in a show on Fox, this actor had the unfortunate job of being a pizza delivery guy held hostage by Michael.
All right, we're gonna have to go back and do our explanation of this one at the end because this one was
Yeah.
the most interesting to me, and I had to put they all started a show on Fox at one point or another.
All right, and
answer.
the answer is Kevin McHale.
Nice. On season 9, who played Andy's rival, known as Broccoli Rob? I can't believe how many famous people have been on this show. It's nuts.
It's like Community. Like you watch.
Oh,
that
God,
and-
Community.
Oh my God. 2
Community
minutes
just
left.
had an excellent
That's
cast,
it.
man. That's correct. We're done. That was Stephen Colbert. Bring it home, Doug.
He wasn't that famous at the time, but was part of one of the most iconic moments in The Office. Who plays Asian Jim in season 9? This
Why
is
not Asian?
free
Response wager, and you have plenty of
response
time to
wager.
wager and still make us drink.
1 minute 40 seconds left.
You can ponder it over if you want to. Why not Asian?
So
Use the right amount,
so
not the white amount.
this person after they had
Myself.
done this role kept getting Asian Jim shouted at him,
Boob.
and he was like, is that a racist thing? Are like people being really racist towards me? You have a minute and 10 seconds left.
I didn't know this actor's name, but I was able there's that was multiple choice holding my hand. I was able to guess this who this was. Like I took a shot in the dark at an Asian actor because he was in a show on Netflix that Kim really liked. And what's the name of the show? We're done. Time's done.
All right.
Kim, what's the name of the show he was on?
None of you got it right. With 30 seconds left.
So, Always Be My Maybe was the show. It was the show where Randall Park plays like they were like they had like hooked up in high school one time in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like a super famous designer of restaurants, and she comes back to like her hometown and meets Randall Park. I was like, I think it's him, and Kim's like, that's it, but do you know his name? I was like, no, I do not know that man's name. But yeah, Mr. Randall Park.
Randall Park, who is the what is he? FBI, CIA, and Ant-Man. He is the probation officer of Scott. Something Scott. Oh, I can't think of his name. But Ant-Man, anyway.
All right.
And he learns close magic with cards and then shows it in WandaVision. Anyway.
Before we dive in, I wanted to jump back to the Fox shows. Let's see. Wentworth Miller was on Prison Break. Kevin McKell, who was the correct answer, was on Glee. Taylor Lautner played in Scream Queens, and Joshua Jackson was on Fringe. Those were all the Fox shows that they were members of. Anyway, that one made me happy, so I had to get back to it. We are to the challenge round, and we also owe the ladies and gentlemen Le Shug.
So apparently, I thought Kevin McHale might be related. No, Joe McHale doesn't have an H in it. Never mind. All right, so hold on. Unasked.
He was the kid in the wheelchair in Glee, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so we have. This is the challenge round. This is.
They also have one more round to figure out the theme of your gifts.
Yep. But looking at the percentage, you guys knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, they did great.
Damn. The Randall Park, which you guys didn't get.
Zoom!
All right, with that, sir.
As always, to you.
Cheers.
Good times. Cheers. My tiny throat isn't designed for something that cold. It needs something warmer, Duck. Damn it, I was hoping I'd get you to spit some of that out. Ben's related to a different Kevin McHale. I hope you chose that as your answer just because you're related to a Kevin McHale. God, my teeth burn. It's too cold.
I'm related to Abraham Lincoln. He's like a 16.
Related to George Washington Carver.
He's like a 6. He's like a. So I'm not directly related to Abraham Lincoln. I'm related to his wife, but it's like a 16th cousin, 18 times removed or something like that. It's some bullshit, but
Don't worry, I'll wait till you think about what I just said.
yeah, I heard it. I'm just gonna let it go by.
You're just gonna let it go?
Yep. I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay. He invented peanut butter, Doug.
I'm aware.
Okay. Just want that out there.
And he was also black. I know that too. Yes, like
I'm pretty sure not directly a slave owned by my family, but he did take the last name Carver, which I hope wasn't part of my family, but that was a long time ago.
He made the greatest thing of all time. That's peanut butter. So it goes with everything.
I love peanut butter.
Goes with jelly, goes with marshmallows, goes with bananas, goes with like just there's.
I would like to say, as a tiny child, I honestly believed I was related to him because his last name is Carver. I had no care what color he was, but as a small kid, I would tell kids in elementary school I was related to that man.
That's fair.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Things, the minds of babes, as the Bible would say.
Let's
Challenge round. I have a half a drink still to chug because my teeth are cold,
let's
so
do
we'll
a
get there.
leaderboard real quick. No,
While you do that, I'll keep
we'll
working on
do
it.
leaderboard before the next one. Challenge round. So this is literally a round that is challenging.
Ooh, that's cool.
What is the name of the movie that Michael writes?
Played with Larry Bird? Y'all are related to him? That's awesome.
I'm also related to Kevin McHale, but not the act. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he was a basketball player, played for the Celtics. Drafted in the first round, 3rd overall pick.
Answer is Threat Level Midnight. I don't think that was actually challenging, but you're up.
That one was really fun. I actually just got to see the episode where they read that the script and find out about DeWitt. What is Dwight's middle name? But Michael forgets to oh hey, it's Topanga. Dwight learns that Michael has written him in as a character in his story and spelled his name wrong, and that the antagonist, well, the dumb sidekick is Dwight. It's really funny. He quits reading the script. Oh, threat level bunghole. Do you see it, Doug?
I see it.
That's so sad. Anywho, correct answer is Kurt with a T.
There's 2 of them. Bunghole Cruise too.
Oh, damn. Feels bad. There is no theme. There is a theme.
There's a theme.
There was a theme Doug was going for. We scored! I'm sorry. Anyway, what?
What is
Mama Pfeffer. I just want to tell her what it is.
What is Jim's favorite food?
Ah, thank God. We could not afford to be shut out again.
There really should be more points for getting shutting someone out, though.
I agree. I tried that already.
like the number of points you score in a shutout is the number of points you get, or something like that.
It's interesting to think of it that way. I do think that shutouts are way underappreciated in the NHL, especially with the amount of offense that happens in the NHL. Correct answer, please, because no one got it.
That would be soft shell crab.
Delicious. God, I love crab.
Love spaghetti.
Spaghetti's also delicious. Which of these is not a name of one of Angela's cats? This was also going to be one of the things I used for the hidden item category because they hide the dead cat in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I also always remembered that episode for some reason.
This I don't know why, but this gift brings me so much joy.
I love it, dude. Number one, that cat wiggling, adorable. Any cat wiggling is adorable. While not owning cats, adore cats. They're cute. They are what they are. But Shaq, that gif of Shaq is one of the most wholesome gifs out there. I've sung Shaq-a-roni to Kim for like a week.
The theme is not mouth, because there was a fireworks gif, and
it was just fireworks. That's correct. I remember that one. Correct answer here, Mr. Snuggles. Mr. Snuggles. Kenny's trying so hard to get these 5 points.
What is the name of Meredith's stripper son?
God, the things. Oh, SNL's on the screen. I'm happy. This was one of the my cat does but that's so cool. I had not really ever watched SNL. Maybe a little bit when we were in college, but I really didn't have a history for SNL. And Kim's a big older SNL fan, so this was one of the first skits that she showed me. This and Eddie Murphy getting in a hot tub.
The answer is Jake. So one of the most
It's the theme too.
No.
Like the number 2. The game today is brought to you by the letter D for Doug. Doug's mind. It is a good guess.
So, where was I going with that? What were we just talking
about? Cats and the Wiggle. Shaq doing the Wiggle, the Shaq-a-roni.
After that,
SNL. I was talking about SNL and me, old school SNL. This was one of the first skits I ever saw.
So old school SNL. My first skit I ever watched
Yeah.
Was a Chevy Chase skit.
Oh dear lord.
I don't remember which one it was, but like my parents will tell me that the first thing I said was that like I don't like him, pointing to Chevy Chase, and they're like,
Lord.
no, he's hilarious, he's funny, and then like later I saw like Christmas Vacation, blah blah blah, and like I liked him in those later. And then come to find out all this bullshit in Community, and I was like, yeah,
Oh, God,
I
yeah.
was right from the beginning.
Yep. No, Chevy Chase is. I love him as an actor. Christmas Vacation and Vacation, for that matter, one of my favorite things in the world. Him in Community, excellent. That dude is a dick.
Oh, he is.
Like wholeheartedly pure dick. Also, I gave the answer out to your question because for some reason I thought you said it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know why.
So, have you heard how he got kicked off Community?
I know how he got kicked off, and I've just forgot. But I know the story because me and Kim have definitely talked about it. But
so
go ahead.
It was he called. So he was really jealous of Donald Glover, and kept like poking fun at him over and over again. Donald Glover's like kept saying to everyone like, "Hey, I'm not cool with this." Like, "Hey, I know he's poking fun at me. Like, I'm kind of done with this." He called Yvette Brown the N-word. And
no, see, seriously?
No, and then Yvette Brown turned around and walked off the set and said, "I will not return unless he is gone forever." And at that moment, Justin Roiland, or not Justin Roiland, what's his name?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, and Harmon, Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon got security to escort Chevy Chase off the premises right then.
Was Dan Harmon a member of Community, or
No,
was
Dan
he a
Harmon's
writer?
the director of.
Are you serious? That's
Yeah.
Dan Harmon?
Yeah,
Dan Harmon who does Harmon Quest?
Yeah. No, Dan.
Oh my god.
Dan Harmon.
That's amazing.
Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland do like everything together. But
I don't know names, Doug.
So if you like Rick and Morty, the first name you'll normally see on like in the credits is Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland as producers.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Dan Harmon does
know.
a shit ton of stuff, but
That's awesome.
I think you're up.
I am, in fact. Where does Kelly find out she'll have to move to after marrying a doctor? That comma was terrible. I think it was because I had to burp, though. I was either going to make fun of the fact that Kenny was talking about the Titans, or that Ben was cheering on the Vikings, even though they weren't brought up in that category, but I don't remember where I was going. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. Cowboys suck. They lost to the Pack after having a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. God, I hate football. It's so bad.
What's the answer?
The correct answer here, she would have to move to Ohio.
What is Creed's biggest fear?
Who do the Cowboys play this weekend? And why does Kenny care? I don't think we play the Vikings. And I just assume every Fafro loves the Vikings.
Cowboys
We,
bet
play, we do. We do play the Vikings, in fact. Okay, I should have known that. Because every Fafro does like the Vikings. Which is fair.
I mean, Kenny, I'm about to be down your neck of the woods tomorrow. Well, Saturday. I'm leaving
God, you
tomorrow
make
night.
me so sad. Because you were talking about your golf clubs earlier, and it's got cold here. Like, well, it's cold at your house, obviously.
Yeah. It is
colder
it's
there than it is
currently
here.
36 outside.
It's actually currently 36 here, oddly enough.
That's
According to my app. It's been in the 30s and 40s in the morning when I've been working. And my parents' golf courses are closed. Yeah, I understand the hatred of the Packers because you're Vikings fans. It adds up. It's the same reason I hate Duke and UVA, except for this current point in time, in which case I support UVA because I just can't help it.
It's a weird like hate triangle between the Vikings, the Packers, and the Bears.
Duh, Bears.
Like I get the Bears are not like a threat in there, but people hate Bears
Well,
fans.
they were. I mean, the Bears were really good. 85 Bears are considered one of the best teams ever.
Well, yeah, they were the first. Well, before that, the Bears were actually the first undefeated team 3 times
Before
the Super Bowl era. So
yeah, which would be
in the 12,
Dolphins, right?
Right. In the 12 game In the 12-game no Super Bowl era, the Bears were undefeated 3 times. No one else was. The Super Bowl 16-game era came around, and the Dolphins were the only undefeated team.
Well, yeah.
But
Wait, did they didn't win the Super Bowl though, so they're not.
no,
The Dolphins went 16-0, lost the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't.
Marino doesn't have a Super Bowl. Yeah, no way. Anyway, tell me what Creed's afraid of while I correct you
Snakes.
incorrectly, probably.
No, because they cheered when the Patriots lost that game to the Giants.
No, because they didn't want to be the only Dan Marino, no Super Bowl. He won the '84 MVP, but they did the same thing as the Patriots. They won it all and then lost the Super Bowl. He played in one Super Bowl, Super Bowl XIX, which would be X is 10, 19? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, and the
No,
Dolphins lost to the 49ers.
The most famous undefeated team in NFL history
Would be the 85
is-
Bears, right?
No, the 72 Miami Dolphins, who remain the only team to ever finish the regular season with a perfect record and
Oh,
win the
that wasn't
Super
Marino
Bowl.
then. So it wasn't Marino. That was too
Oh,
early.
it's the 14 the 14 game season, not 16. Because 16 game era, we have not had an undefeated team yet.
Can you tell me who their head coach was Shula, which makes sense. Can you tell me who their quarterback was? Because it wasn't Marino. That's why in my head.
So
I knew Marino played an undefeated season with the Dolphins, but they didn't win it.
So the 34 Bears went 13-0, lost the NFL
Gotcha.
championship game to the New York Giants.
Good
1942 Chicago Bears lost the NFL championship to Washington. 1972 Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl 7 versus Washington. 2007 New
Yep,
England
yes.
Patriots went 16-0, won 2 playoff games before losing Super Bowl 42 to New York Giants.
All right, Kenny. Let's see. Kenny, correct. Earl Morrall was the Dolphins' quarterback. Number 1. Number 2, Mama Fafro, thank you. He is in fact the one who threw the ball. Number 3.
Einhorn is
Can anyone tell me the backup quarterback for the Dolphins who everyone knows?
What?
Bob Greasy was on the 70.
What?
Yeah, 72 Dolphins. He was the 3rd string quarterback.
Wait,
Fine.
Brian Greasy's dad?
Bob Greasy, who I assume has to be the dad.
Can you tell me where Brian
We've
Greasy
gone
went?
down such a rabbit hole.
Can you
Go
tell
ahead.
me? Can you tell me where Brian Greasy went after the Broncos?
Lace is out, baby. Hold on. Can I tell you where Brian Greasy went after the Broncos?
Without looking it up.
Can you give me
I
a
will-
year since
I-
it's been
no,
so long
I will-
since I
I
remember
will-
when Greasy played for?
I will tell you, there is a
Broncos.
pipeline from this college to the Broncos to this team.
Pipeline from this team to the Broncos to this team.
No, college.
I'm gonna go.
So college. They graduated from this
I don't know what
school.
team funnels to the Broncos.
Who's the
Kenny to you as
where's,
always.
Where's the quarterback valley?
I mean, it has to be USC.
Oh, sorry, the land of the quarterbacks or whatever. I am marrying someone from there.
Purdue really is known for their quarterbacks. Ah, sorry, I'm a bad college football fan apparently.
Look up.
I'm
look-
gonna say to the Broncos. I'm
To
gonna
the-
guess they went for the Broncos. I was gonna say 49ers. I don't know
Nope.
why. I think the 49ers and the Broncos have a weird connection.
Bears. Most players who leave the Broncos go to the Bears for some real
Bears.
fucking stupid reason.
Oh,
Greasy, Orton, Tebow on their practice team. But no, Purdue is considered the quarterback.
whoa,
cradle.
whoa! You want to hear the real fun story? So Brian Greasy, correct, son of Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy married Purdue classmate Judy in 1967. Following their graduation, had 3 sons. Judy lost her battle to cancer. He now resides with his second wife, Shay, in Juniper, Florida, and Banner Elk, North Carolina.
Wow.
So Bob Greasy lives where my parents live, pretty
That's
much.
cool.
Things
So,
you learn. But
next question.
youngest son, Brian, 1975, also NFL quarterback. Doug and I are done with the NFL rabbit hole. final question. Should be the wager, but it's
No,
not.
it's not. It's
No wager for you.
Just go for
After
it.
Toby decides to leave Dunder Mifflin, where does he move to? I think I actually knew this one. Bears beats Bunghole Star Galactica.
Sad no
Oh,
one, no
man.
one claimed that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. I was being told that the Cowboys are going to lose to the Vikings. How y'all feel about old Kirky Kirk? I love Kirk Cousins as a person.
Kirk Herbstreit?
As a quarterback, though, no. Kirk Cousins is the quarterback
Yes,
in Minnesota now.
But
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Kirk Herbstreit can't not put his name out there all the goddamn time. Sorry, all the Jesus loving time.
Kim loves yeah, Kirk is okay. See, I agree with Mama Fafro here. Kim loves Kirk Cousins as a person. She actually fell in love with Kirk Cousins on her fantasy team when he was on the Redskins, and we are Cowboys fans. So that's saying something. I like Kirk as a person. As a quarterback, he's decent. He just takes it in spells, which I find hilarious. He moved to Costa Rica. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's question number 40. Doug's going to read you your scoreboard. You have scoreboard time to figure out. What was the man's theme? What did all these gifts had that you would have thought that a theme night would have had?
Season 2, Episode 3, Bunghole Olympics 113. Season 5, Episode 19, Bunghole Ticket 106. Sarge Made Me Play 99. Season 7, Episode 17, Threat Level Bunghole 48. Season 2, Episode 11, Bunghole Cruise 42. And Scrappy and Tiny with 39. I am super proud that I was able to read off the...
Yeah, I was trying to do that and almost screwed up. I forgot to read Ben's score, I think.
This theme is nonsense.
It is. Hold on.
Non being the key word there.
Points are out the window now. Hey, Kenny, what was tonight's theme?
What was the theme? What theme are we asking questions about?
Probably what is something that we've used in regular trivia multiple times. Oh God, y'all just scored again. Son of a bitch.
What? No. What is the? We're talking like not the gifts. What is the theme of tonight's questions?
What is the theme of tonight? Why are we in suits?
Yeah. What is tonight's theme trivia?
Hey, Tazzer. Correct.
How many gifts have you seen of the show?
Doug created a theme night of The Office.
Yes.
Without using a single GIF from The Office. Riot!
This isn't Philadelphia.
I'm trying to riot in the streets. Oh, that's beautiful.
That is really Doug, though.
That's good. No, I love how invested that we were in trying to figure out the Doug theme, because Doug was so proud of himself. Like, he sent to our group chat for trivia. He's like, I didn't use a single Office GIF. And in my head, I was like, I would have used nothing but Office GIFs. Like, that's where my mind went.
Oh, no. So the next round is current events. And this is why I said that, like, I didn't use a single Office theme, and I was super proud of it. Do you know how fucking hard it is to look up? So, current events for the last round. What?
Yep. What?
So, we're talking about the actors from The Office and what they're up to now. Do you know how fucking hard it is to go into Giphy, type in any actor from The Office, and find a non-Office GIF?
Related GIF, especially some of the more obscure characters.
It is so hard. It is like, look up Creed. Look up Creed Ratton and try.
He hasn't really starred in much of anything else, has he?
I dare you. Like, so the hardest ones for me were Rainn Wilson, and these are giving off like helpful hints. Rainn Wilson, Phyllis Smith, who was Phyllis Vance, Creed Bratton, and Ellie Kemper were the absolute hardest to find non-office gifts for.
Ellie Kemper.
All right, well, current events for the last round. What? That really sounded like Tim the Toolman Taylor, but
It did sound just like Tim the Toolman Taylor. I love it.
what? All right, so let's go over what the actors of The Office are up to now. Make it easy to start. Jim Halpert, or John Krasinski, has 4 entries in his IMDb for 2022. Which of these isn't one of them for 2022? So all 4 of these, all 4 of these are in his IMDb. One of them is not for the year 2022.
I really hope he meant Kimmy Schmidt. Although, yeah, he definitely means Kimmy Schmidt, because when I saw Ellie Kemper, I definitely thought of Kimmy Schmidt when I was looking her up. I haven't made it to where she's at in the office, but her and Kimmy Schmidt is hilarious. Also, did Nathan McKinnon get a what's that stupid penalty that makes sense but no one ever gets, because embellishment penalty there? Because I'm pretty sure we high sticked. He was grabbing his lip.
Penalty 2 minutes for. Oh, he got interference. They didn't give him.
Okay.
They didn't give him an embellishment.
Okay. Because he was holding his lip as he walked to the box, and I'm like, did they give him embellishment for like
No, embellishment
really
is
to sell it?
No, embellishment's only when you fall down, not when you.
Well, they give embellishment for weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the answer is Free Guy.
Okay.
Because that was 2021.
There you go.
So Jack Ryan has spanned a number of years, but currently falls under 2022 because they are currently filming that season. 2022 for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Ta-da.
Okay, so it wasn't just Doctor Strange. It was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It did come out in 2021, but is up for the 2022 Oscars. So under his IMDb, which I put that there, under his IMDb page, 2022 is Doctor Strange, because that was what Oscars it is up for.
Interesting.
Free Guy is not.
There you go.
Next.
I will not accept your arguments. Dwight, you ignorant slut. Rainn Wilson is in a biopic that came out this year on what artist?
2022 being this year.
So
do you know how hard it is to find Rainn Wilson with hair? Like, grown out?
I can't imagine. I didn't know that he had literally starred in anything else.
So he didn't star in this, he was in it. The star of this was,
He was in the Meg?
Yeah. He was in a bunch of weird shit, like sci-fi original kind of bullshit. I mean, the Meg is obviously with Jason Statham, but like previous to that, he was a bunch of like sci-fi original bullshit, whatever.
So the question then, Ben, becomes with your argument, was Jim in the original Doctor Strange movie, which I don't think he was.
He was not. He
played.
So if I put Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, it warped the whole question. So I meant the most recent Doctor Strange. I was assuming because the last Doctor Strange was in the 20-teens and not the 2020s.
2016.
So
I looked it up just to be safe.
I assume people would understand the most in 2022.
We did say 2022,
yeah.
Which Doctor Strange definitely wasn't in, but he was in a Doctor Strange movie in 2022. There it is. He plays Reed Richards.
I'm so happy that he's gonna play Mr. Fantastic. Moving forward.
Oh, is that makes sense? That absolutely makes sense.
Did you not see Multiverse Madness?
Dude, I did not like Doctor Strange in 2016 at all. We haven't come back around to watch any of that stuff. We haven't even watched one of the Spider-Mans. We haven't watched the new Spider-Man either. We're way behind.
Ooh.
Yeah.
100% watch the new Spider-Man, which leads into the new Doctor Strange, and watch the new Doctor Strange. They are fantastic. Like
Dude,
amazing.
I'm in. Also, everyone but one got this. Apparently, everybody knows that Dwight was Weird Al,
He was not Weird Al.
or in the biopic for Weird Al.
Weird Al was played by Harry Potter.
That also makes sense. God, actually, me and Kim were talking about this. You've watched Read the next question while I ponder.
Phyllis Smith, or Phyllis Vance, hasn't been a huge A-lister since her time on The Office, but has been big into voice acting. In Inside Out, who did she voice?
Come to me.
Give me hints.
Healing people.
How many?
Healing words. Salvation people. Television show with female actress and Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe usually plays her love interest. And it's 3 different seasons, and each season they do something different. Season 2, they're the Shit Shufflers. Season 3, they're an old Western TV show. I never watched season 1. Spirit Healers. Miracle Workers.
Thank you. Yes.
Miracle Workers.
Because
we love that show. Number 1.
Well,
Daniel Radcliffe in that show is amazing.
First season, he's a miracle answerer.
Is that what it is?
In heaven, or a no, it is a miracle answerer, or prayer answerer in heaven.
Gotcha.
And then he gets an intern who fucks everything up because he's like, oh yeah, a butterfly landing on someone's nose is fine. And then the intern comes in and Grant's like, oh yeah, her son's cured. Well, now you just started World War III. Thanks. Yeah. I absolutely love that show. It's amazing.
Dude, Miracle Workers is so great. We just finished season 3 where he's the old-time preacher. I actually asked Bunghole Olympics for clarification and they got it right. That was awesome.
Sarge made me play. I'm going to request clarification.
It's so close, by the way, Fubs. So close.
Yeah, it's so close.
But yeah, no. Miracle Workers has been great. The newest season was great. We watched the whole thing. And then the second season was super dope too. We need to go back and watch the first season. But Daniel Radcliffe acting, he takes it to a whole new level.
An answer is
right. Good job, Mama Fat Bro. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, Fubs just quit. He gave up.
The answer is sadness.
Sadness, which is so close to depression. Craig Robinson. I knew you were gonna do this. I love you so much. Daryl Philbin, I believe, had an amazing role in another sitcom, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You might know something about it. Nine-Nine! What was his criminal moniker? Or, his character's name? Oh, God. What was I thinking? Thank you.
Fire.
The one desire. Believe.
When I say I want it that way.
Yeah, I love 9-9, dude.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Stick.
Now number 5.
I never wanna hear you say.
Woo!
It was definitely number 5. Number 5 murdered. What is it? Murdered my brother.
Murdered my brother. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh God, I forgot about that. The correct answer. He is Doug Judy. He is the Pontiac Bandit. Oh, 9-9. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Creed Bratton of Creed Bratton fame has been a prolific voice actor. He voiced Emerson Black in 2020 in what franchise video game? I guarantee every single one of you has heard of this franchise
and or probably played it. Most of you.
Yeah.
Or definitely know someone who has.
Just the franchise. That's all I'm looking for.
Creed Bratton of Creed Bratton fame. Who did he voice one of the British characters? I
don't
really feel
know.
like he could have definitely voiced that character that I'm thinking of in this series. I have to go look now. No, he didn't voice him. Okay,
No.
I didn't know this was
Emerson
him.
Black is not the British dude in that game.
I would have thought so, but anyway, I digress. Tell me why. Oh God, it's stuck in my head now.
I cannot sing that song without saying
Without thinking of
now number
9-9.
5.
Now number 5.
It
All right,
was
what video game are we talking about?
Call of Duty. It was Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is the most, or sorry, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is the most.
If you go to his
recent Call of
IMDb, there's a Call of Duty like thing playing on it.
Yep.
That's so cool. I have to know who he voiced. So in Call of Emerson Black.
Yep.
Who was Emerson Black? I gotta know. Anyway, whatever. Oscar Nunez was in a movie this year with Sandra Bullock. And is his name really Channing?
Yeah.
I always thought it was Channing Tatum. The name of what movie? The name of that movie is what? Good Lord, I can words. What movie was Oscar Nunez as with Channing
actor
Tatum and
from
Sandra
a previous question in this round is also in that movie.
Oh, you going for bonus questions? I'm going to be displeased. Please don't be displeased.
I never wanna hear you say.
That's Elijah Emerson. That can't be right. Damn it, Doug! Stop! Stop it! Of course, it's Creed. That's so good.
It's amazing. Like, fuck is
That's
not
just
the
so
answer.
good.
Sorry.
I like it though.
It was a fantastic movie. I'll put that out there.
I'm
it
surprised.
was a really good movie.
0. I'm actually surprised that Fubs didn't get this. Fubs is a movie nut.
Answer.
Probably because he works in cinema.
What's the answer?
The correct answer is The Lost City. Should I know what movie this is?
So Sandra Bullock plays a romance novelist who used to be an archaeologist. Channing Tatum is the cover model. So, like, think of every romance novel you've seen of, like, the shirt billowing open.
Oh, that
hair.
is what that movie was called. My parents watched this. They said it was meh.
Oh, it was fantastic. Because
My parents didn't like it for some reason.
So Channing Tatum turns out to be, like, really smart, and he just gets really nervous around Sandra Bullock. He's like, I really like you, and so, like, you sound really smart all the time, because she's a former archaeologist. And he's like, I can't, like, say words around you because I'm nervous. And then the moment he needs it is he's like, oh, we're talking about the Paleolithic era with blah, 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 blah. And she's like, where the fuck did you come up with that? He's like, oh, no, I knew all this all the time. But Daniel Radcliffe is the bad guy, and it's fucking amazing. Of
course he is.
It's so good.
Also, you didn't allow me to get my joke out. Ben said he used to work in cinema, and I wanted to tell him we didn't need to know about his porn career, but he already clarified. Man. But anyway, I approve. Go ahead. Ooh, pick me!
Ellie Kemper, or Erin Hannon, made a big name for herself outside of The Office in what Netflix original series that had a choose-your-own-adventure movie sequel with Daniel Radcliffe?
I digress.
Can we talk about how Daniel Radcliffe is amazing and everything?
Choose your own. There was a sequel to this with Daniel Radcliffe in it. I know this whole show.
It was a movie. It was a choose your own adventure movie.
I have to know about this now.
On Netflix. It's still on Netflix too.
I have to know about this. Oh dear Lord.
Want it that way.
Mm.
I mean that 2-1 at the end of the period is looking pretty nice.
It is, but see, there's a whole third period to go, Doug.
I know. And we'll somehow give it up, I don't know. But the answer is the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, or just Kimmy Schmidt.
Which we were talking about way too much when we were talking about Ellie Kemper.
Yep.
Dude, that show is so good. It's so entertaining.
Last question of the night.
It is. We're bringing it home. Ladies and gentlemen, I have faith in you. I already have the hiccups. It's time to do it. we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Steve Carell. Good Lord, all the things he's done. The man, the myth, the legend. The most recent...
Recent? That's fair.
The most recent show he starred in is called what? Tell me the most recent show. Recent? Can I even say that?
On
The
most recent
show
IMDb
on
credit.
IMDb is called what? His most recent IMDb credit for Mr. Carell.
I do this.
I remember.
That's your hint. I do this.
You do this. That's correct.
Do.
Ha, we're adults. I remember not watching The Office, so I knew who Steve Carell was, but didn't know a lot about him. And I remember Date Night coming out with him and Tina Fey. That is an excellent movie. I remember when that movie came out. I think I went and saw it in theaters.
I'm gonna let Becca win is not the correct answer. The Therapist is also not the correct answer.
Also, that's a good shot in the dark by Fubs, seeing
Yep.
as how he kind of knows what you do.
That's fair. What's the
I like that attempt. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, it's called The Patient, but I'm assuming he does play a therapist.
Yes, he plays a therapist that is kidnapped by a serial killer who is his patient and chains him in the basement to be his therapist throughout. But
Date Night came out in 2010.
let's
Good
go
God,
to
I'm
the
old.
leaderboard. And the winner
Let's
for
do it.
tonight, Season 2, Episode 3, Bunghole Olympics below 127.8. Let's give a prize out to number 2 as well. Season 5, Episode 19, Bunghole Ticket 116. Sergeant
I like
Replay
double
1.
prizes.
Actually, no. I'm gonna give it to number 3. Sergeant
You want to give it to number 3? You want
Yeah.
to skip one of the bungholes and give it to Fubs?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, Doug. Finish your.
They
scoreboard
can all
if
see
you
it.
like.
It's fine. But
You all
Good.
see the scoreboard. You know what happened. I just linked the Discord. If you'll come into Discord and you'll send me a personal message, should you so wish, you'll receive a prize. People recently have not been requesting the prize. We appreciate that. That's totally up to you, but we will give you a prize if you message me in Discord and say, hey, prize. I love you, Lucas. My name is definitely Sarge in there, and we have prizes for you. I'm assuming, based on that final answer, that Mama Fafro won? Is that Mama Fafro's team?
I think it's Becca won on her own.
So
anyway.
Becca won. So who was the Bunghole Olympics? I don't know actual names other than Ben. Yeah, see, Mama Fafro.
Mama Fafro.
Mama Fafro won! I
And
love
then-
it.
So
That makes me so happy.
let's say it's 10 to Mama Fafro and 5 to Phillips.
Should you choose to send me a Discord message, Mama Fafro, you will see the... You know, words are hard for me.
Yeah.
A $10 Amazon gift card, Fubs, if you want to send me a message in Discord. $5 gift card for
Discard.
the Amazon. You know what? My team's losing hockey. I've had enough to drink. So it was valiant effort. Doug and I dressed up tonight. We came for you guys. Mama Fafro wins. Ben made sure that Mama Fafro got her prize. I love it.
So we're going to play some Fall Guys from here. If you guys want to join us in Discord, we appreciate all of you. We love all of you. We're going to be off next week, so all of us can be with all of our loved ones for Thanksgiving. We hope you all had a great evening tonight. We will be back the first Thursday of December, which is actually December 1st.
Actually, Doug will be back December the 1st. Lucas will be on cruise.
All right, that's right. So
Maybe, possibly. I might be here for December the 1st because we leave. My anniversary is December the 2nd. And we leave that Friday to go to Florida to get on the Disney cruise. But I might be here. I might be here, depending on when we leave, because we are driving to Florida. As Doug said, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you all for being here. We love you so very much. We are super thankful for you all coming out and hanging out with us every Thursday night. Someone will be here the Thursday after Thanksgiving, and we will have trivia for you, and it will be amazing, wonderful, probably not as well dressed.
Probably not.
But sexy as always.
I gotta protect my third eye brain with something.
Yeah, you gotta
stronger
protect
than
it.
this. So, we'll catch you all next week.
You know what?
Or not next week.
Have a great
in 2
weekend.
weeks. Great weekend, great holiday. We love you all. I love Lucas. Lucas
I
loves
love
me.
Doug. That's damn right.
I mean, we love the almighty moderator Ryan. So
We do love the all-moderator reminder. Herbert, Discord.
we will be back in Discord in a little bit. Well, I have to go to the bathroom, but we'll be in Discord in
Me
a
too.
second to play Fall Guys. We will see you there.